Hello, greetings. This is Dr. A, and I am your crystal rock goddess, and we are in the place to be. And y'all, I'm messing around with y'all. I overslept almost today. Anyway, I'm up. I was like, look, I can't be doing no lives like that last night. I should have got my little tail off of there. I kept on saying, I'm going to get off. I'm going to get off. And then, and then I got to talking. Y'all was like, yeah, Leo talking about you. I'm like, what? I'm acting like a schoolgirl. It's been so long since I felt young again. Thank you, Leo girl. Anyway, so I told y'all I don't really react on the Antichrist. But lately I said, well, it didn't make my numbers more. I said, well, it's a topic, it's a hot topic, so we're gonna talk about it. And I'm not afraid of you, girl. So I ain't afraid of you, girl. Stop playing with me, okay? You gave this granny some fun, girl. I ain't had fun in a long time. Boy, boy, boy. COINTELPRO. I remember when COINTELPRO was such a thing. When I had to deal with the COINTELPRO. Girl, you a horrible opponent, girl. Get out of here. We ain't gonna play these games, girl. Girl, this mm, mm, mm. I know y'all say, Dr. A, she said this. Boy, y'all was lighting up my inboxes. Y'all was like, Dr. A, are you a black activist? I was in my former life. So what? Did I not tell y'all that? I said I was a Black Panther. What does that say? What does that say? And my reputation was not no punk. I don't have a bad reputation as a Black Panther. So uh didn't y'all know that? Was that a secret? Was that a secret, y'all? I mean, how y'all pulling secrets that is like already known? I didn't think that was a secret, but whatever. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you guys should not, but you should not follow Dr. A because she was a black activist. I mean, don't these white folks over here know that good old Dr. A, who's a metaphysician, uh, a activist? Did everybody know that? Is that a secret for y'all? I don't even listen. My husband was like, "Don't you watch that?" my husband was like, my husband watched that. He said that fat bitch. He was going off. He said, "Who cares about what she thinks?" I was like, "I'm not tripping." He's like, "I know you not." And we was laughing about it. Boy, my husband, when he got to work, he called me this morning before I went live. He was cracking up. We was rolling. He said, look, he's like, he just played some parts of it while he was at work. And they was all at his job cracking up. They was like, this is not even his people that he worked with. Even his boss was like, this is not a secret. They was all laughing at her. They said, look at her. The first thing they was saying. They follow Donald Trump and he's a racist. Well, I don't. Yeah, well, yeah. But she didn't even vote last year. So I mean, was she even registered in her county? So did she get up and sneak and go? Did she go? I could have sworn that she was live. So I didn't see her get up and go to Clear Waters and vote. So she didn't even vote. So she don't want to play with me because I know a lot of I don't talk about listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I really don't get personal with them. I only try to put what's out here on them. But I know some stuff about Liv, so she better be quiet, girl. She don't want that. She don't want that. But I'm not gonna talk about that girl. Oh my gosh, she felt so bad. Girl, I ain't even nobody. Girl, my channel is nothing. Girl, you talk about me. I am so flattered. I am so flattered. Thank you, Olivia. Girl, I didn't even listen to the last anything really. Well, my husband plays some parts, but I'm like, okay, how's that a bad thing? We all got to pass, right? I mean, we all got to pass. Dr. A got to pass, girl. I'm a girl. I'm off the chain. I was off the chain in my youth. There's so nothing she can say to follow up. I mean, if she go digging, she'll find out some other stuff. But girl, I could tell you myself, but I'm not. This channel is not about Dr. A's past. It's about you. And whoever's told her, they's like, yeah, we got a hot one. Then we gonna tell Dr. A, we gonna talk about this, and I got some tea. I got some tea. I got some tea on Dr. A. I mean, how old are we? Are we in high school, girls? Oh, well, better yet, some of y'all didn't even go to high school. Some of y'all didn't even pass high school. Some of y'all still didn't even pass the sixth grade. Oh my God, let it snow. I was so excited. I hate snow. Okay. But some of y'all didn't even pass high school. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm just trying to think. I said, should I go on the dirt with her? Should I reveal all the stuff that I have on her? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Because it ain't about that. I don't want to go. Well, I can go low if I want to. I don't want to for real. She keep playing with me. I probably will, but I don't deem it necessary to. Do y'all? I know y'all want me to go in the mud. I know y'all want me to go really low. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a Taurus. So I really don't care. But I'll talk about it. What questions y'all got for me? Y'all got any questions y'all want to ask Dr. A before I get started? I'll be happy to answer any question. Some questions my husband don't want me to talk about. Now I ain't gonna lie. Some things, like I told y'all before when I first started this platform, I said, well, some things I can't talk about because it's not all. I mean, it's other things that's intertwined with it, and I don't want to talk about it because it has other people's story involved with my story. I can only answer some questions, so I can answer some questions. How you doing, Alan? Hey, what happened, girl? Yeah, he's a black activist. Nothing, girl, happened. My husband listened to he said, "I want to listen to this." He was going off. His co-workers was flaming her. They was like, "Your wife is pretty." He's like, "How this fat blimp?" They was clowning her. They said she like Joker. They was at his job rolling. Oh my God. So it's like, okay, girl, everybody knows. People on his job know that he was a black activist. We both were. I mean, big deal. Okay, big deal. Okay. All this stuff is big deal. Most stuff is just already out there about me. Y'all know I was off the chain. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Boy, in my 30s, heck, even in my 40s, I was off the chain. Yeah, I done been through some things, okay? I done been through some things. Thank God I don't have a police record, okay? Thank God. I thought I was gonna have one by the time I left the movement, because I had been in the movement for a very long time. I probably 30 some years I was in the movement. Probably. Black Panthers probably 20 some years. Before then I was in the Nation of Islam, and then I was in another organization. I can't say that now. See, that's what I'm saying. Certain things get kind of deep because certain things that occurred during that other organization. And I'm telling you, yeah, them FBI boys was rolling down on me. But I'm a law-abiding citizen at this stage in my life. Not that I wasn't then. I didn't break any laws then. Okay, so let's be clear. Only law, what law did I break? I didn't break any other than driver's license stuff. But shoot, I got that together. Tickets, you know how you get little tickets driving and stuff. But I'm telling you, once you go through all of that, y'all, I'm telling you, once you go through losing your comrades, uh, I see, how Tupac be like, I see death around the corner. You know, how Tupac talked about that when Tupac talked about that, I man, it was deep for me, and it got really bad. It got bad when three letters come up to your job and walk you off your job. I done been through that, like not because I stole anything or I hurt anything, but because I was fighting for the rights for Black people. Now, and I don't think that shows a little something about my character, right? That shows that I don't like when people mess with Black people. That talks about, I was against police brutality, you know, uh, I was heavily with that Mike Brown situation. That Mike Brown situation got deep, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. And we can talk about it. That's what y'all want to talk about. If y'all want to have a whole conversation about that. But that got deep. A lot of people that during that time was getting offed. You hear me? By parties that be. You know what I mean? And it got really intense. It got so intense that my parents was like, you got to do something because you scaring us. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, my mother used to be worried about me. I was a Panther all the way up until my mother died. But and probably a little bit after that, I quit. We quit. Because of certain circumstances. I'm not going to talk about those brothers and sisters because I respect a lot of them. Some of them not so much. It's the same thing. We used to go in on each other. So it's the same thing. It's 1,000 Black Panthers, out there, y'all. Y'all gonna see some. It's so many because so many splinter groups have broke off from that, but it's deep. If you dig deep, you definitely that kind of shows you the type of person that I am and that I'm just not, you know, is it sensitive for me? No, not really. I mean, um, it's certain parts of it that's sensitive because I've lost comrades. I think that's more the sensitive part that some of my comrades passed away. So I'm sensitive in that regard, but I'm not really, you know, I have it's like it was a relationship. You ever been through somebody that you was in love with and you just wanted to do everything you could for them, but they didn't really want to do it for themselves. Um, so that's kind of what that was a relationship for me. That was a breakup of relationship. And when we all go through breakups, what happens when we go through breakups? I went through two breakups doing for that organism for two different organizations. I had a breakup with the Nation of Islam. I was in the Nation of Islam, and I was a Panther. And I'm telling you, both were very painful relationships because the Nation of Islam was a spiritual group, a spiritual, religious, political group, right? So that was difficult for me when I left. And when I was a Panther, it was difficult for me that I left because there was a foundation because that kept me, when I was in the Nation of Islam, we ate one meal a day. That kept me from hurting a lot of people. Let me just be honest, okay? That kept me grounded. That kept me from doing certain things. That kept me from trying to because I had to follow all those rules. And then as a Panther, um, it was a little bit more open. It wasn't spiritual, right? But it was religion. We talked about African theology and different things like that. And so you could be as a Panther, you could be anything. You could be Islamic, you could be Christian, you can be a Hebrew, you can be a follower of Dr. York, which I don't know why you want to be a doctor follower of Dr. York, but that's neither here nor there. Sorry, y'all, for the Dr. York followers. I apologize, but it's just my opinion. But you can be anything. You could be a Christian, whatever. We had a lot of Christians around. You know what I'm saying? Some people that came into the organization did not like uh white folks. I mean, that's just where it was. Was I one of those ones? No. But did I used to stay on the on the necks of some white folks that was racist and skinheads? Of course I did, y'all. We had altercations. I mean, it got pretty bad. And there's so many different groups. I know y'all gonna say it's one group out there that got ran off. That wasn't us. No, our group, I don't want to tell you. I it's some things I just can't say on here that I want to. I could tell you personally, and you can come back and talk about it on your channel, but I can't say because it's not my story. It's because it's deep. It's kind of iffy, right? So again, it's nothing. It's really nothing. It's nothing I'm ashamed of. It's a lot of things in my past that I'm not ashamed of anything in my past, to be honest with you. But I don't talk about everything in my past on my platform, and I'm not supposed to. But I'm not supposed to no more than Jasmine should get up here and tell about what was in those court papers. You know what I'm saying? No more than she should get up here and discuss that. Why would Jasmine come up here and discuss what Mama Deuce did, right? In the past, or what Kevin Deuce said. That would be dumb of her. You know what I mean? So it's just some things ain't none of everybody's business. But if y'all want to know as far as about activism and what I went through as activism, I don't mind talking about that. But it's a couple parts of that that could possibly be a lawsuit that I don't need to talk. I can't talk about. But if you find it and you bring it up, then I confirm and deny it. But yeah, it got really rough. Then not only you got to deal with when I was in the party, I had to deal with, you know, KKK, Ku Klux Klan, people like Olivia. I had to deal with uh the powers that be, you know what I mean? When y'all know what I say, powers that be, the three-letter words, the boys in blue, that was rough. I had, GUNs to my head. Yeah, they didn't put GUNs to my head. I've gotten, certain situations. I've been in certain situations where man, it was bad. I've traveled all around this country. I done been to North Carolina. I done been to South Carolina. It's on the news. I done been to New York a whole bunch of times. I done been to Atlanta a whole bunch of times. I done been to Kansas City City. I've been to Oklahoma. I've been to Springfield, Illinois, Decatur, Illinois. I've been to Chicago. I was out there where in O Block. I mean, yeah, I done been to a lot of stuff and a lot of we didn't call them gangs back then, y'all. We called them street tribes. And we called them street tribes, and they embraced us. So, still to this day, I can call certain street tribe members and say, "Hey, what's up, such and such? How you doing? You know what I mean? You doing great? What's up?" You know what I mean? People that's like deep in the crevices. You know what I'm talking about? That got, they got bodies. You know what I'm saying? I can call some of those people and check on them and things like that. But I'm retired. It was a job, it was a career, but it was an unpaid career. Let's keep it real, okay? Because you didn't get no money for real. You had to come out your own money, y'all. You had to come out with your own money. And I sacrificed a lot, and I lost a lot trying to raise awareness for Black folks. That's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do. Was I successful at it? No. No. And that's what's the painful aspect of it, because I wasn't successful, because I did not do what I really wanted to do because of certain people like Olivia, people like Jasmine. And every time we trying to g- go and start something, it's always somebody, "Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that." The same excuses that we heard Jasmine and Olivia give out, y'all. That's the same excuses that I heard in the movement. And it was painful. When you writing, I talked to Matula Shakur. I talked to a lot of a lot of, I don't want to say old Panthers, but a lot of Panthers from the 60s. Some of them loved me and some of them hated me. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth, what y'all want to know in regards to that. And it got really rough and really tense for us at some point in time, because of altercation had taken place. I ain't gonna go there about the altercation. You got to find that. If you find it, we'll talk about it. But I talk about some parts of it, right? And so it got really intense. It's a lot of Panthers from the 60s that really respect me and my husband, and there's some that hate us. I mean, that's it. And they have their right to feel whatever way they feel, and I have my right to feel the way I'm feeling. So I get the whole thing of y'all older, because it was always a situation where the elders kind of sometimes will put the youth down. It's a whole Willie Lynchism thing. And so, I would go through that. I went through a lot of that, and I went through sexism, right? I went through sexism. Certain men felt like they didn't want to follow me because I was a female, and I was a leader in the Black Panther Party. Yes, I wasn't just like no regular soldier. I had rank, earned rank, not because of anything. And sexism. Just like in any group, people are going to have these rumors. Do you know I used to get those brothers used to try to put rumors out about me because they want me to lead? Let's talk about that, man. And I used to have to call them out. I used to have to pull them out. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? I had to throw berets in the street and tell people to go catch them. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of stuff that I went through, within that organization. And it's just a lot of people that I brought in, I recruited, and I feel bad because I'm like, shoot, this some crap. you know, I wish I could have done this. And I wish I could have actually made a difference the way that I wanted to, the difference that I had set out in my head. And when y'all talk about like um my mentors were probably not were never well, I read about a lot of my mentors, and some of my mentors I met Afeni Shakur, Tupac's mom. I'm telling you, I done met a lot of people. Yeah, that's not a secret. I done met about her. She was made. she- yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a conversation, right? Um, I don't know, some aspects of it, I find joy and I was excited about it. And I some parts, some aspects I got to help, the things that's underrated that they don't talk to that I don't really necessarily have in the news about me is I fed the homeless. We used to feed the homeless. We had this store owner. I forgot what his name was. Well, even if I remember his name, I can't tell y'all. I'm not gonna tell y'all. Anyway, this store owner and sometimes different restaurants like Church's Chicken, Popeye's Chicken around St. Louis, they would give us food and we would come out our own pocket and pay for it sometimes, and sometimes they would donate it to us. And we would feed the homeless. We fed the homeless. We didn't care about their orientation. We didn't care if they was white. We didn't care if they was black. We didn't care if they was woman. We didn't care if they was man. We fed the homeless. We didn't care about their color. That's just dumb. Like, okay, so because I'm a Black Panther. See, that's a stereotype. So just because I'm a Black Panther, I'm not gonna feed the white people. That's just dumb. Okay, because they're human. Okay, um, I've taken homeless people around the world. We've had a breakfast program. We fed the youth. We fed the children. I mean, let's talk about it, Olivia. You want to talk about me? Let's talk about the stuff that I did. Let's talk about the stuff that I've done for people versus what you have done for people. Because all you did is take and take and take. I know y'all coming in here, and I'll speak to y'all in a second. Okay. Um, I fed the homeless. That's a part of the program. Let's see what else we did. We gave out clothes. We gave out clothes. We gave out toothbrushes, brushes, uh, you know, packets of deodorant, just like little care packages that the homeless need, covers, quilts, uh, clothes, food, what do you name it? We've helped people, homeless people get out of being homeless. We found homeless people jobs. This is just something that we did locally, right? We fed people, helped them to get on their feet. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Personally, like I told you, I've helped homeless people. I've helped mothers, single mothers, you know what I mean, with their children. I've bought groceries for people's families. I went in and bought groceries from Aldi's, from Save, from Kroger. I mean, not they didn't have Kroger's. I'm lying. They had what was that in St. Louis? Snooks. Sorry, y'all. I had to remember where what areas I did that in. Snooks, Deer Birds, um, took groceries to homeless for single women. Some elders, some people that were seniors didn't have air conditioners in their house. We went and purchased air conditioners. You know what I mean? During the time where the storm broke down, I worked. I ain't gonna tell you where I worked at, but I worked at a particular place. And I asked them. I said, "Can I get waters here to give to the pass out to the people because they didn't have no waters? I mean, all the waters was like." cut off, and people didn't have waters in their house in the city of St. Louis. So we walked around giving people waters out this water thing. We got like bottled waters. We was giving them to the people, not charging them, just giving them away. Um, I gave a whole bunch of clothes that I had to people that I know needed them. We started programs of helping people to get jobs, get careers. We taught police brutality rights. I still got that kind of stuff. I still got that. Y'all want to see pictures? You know what I'm saying? I've tried to bury some of this stuff because because I'm a healer now. So, but actually, why? And then I thought about it. My husband was like, "Why are you burying this?" I thought about it. I said, "Well, why do I need to bury it? Because it was kind of pain. Some of it was kind of painful. I think the most painful part was me losing one of my best friends. He transcended. You know what I mean? And it was, man, that was so painful for me, man. I mean, when he passed away, I lost a part of me. No, my comrade, not somebody I've slept with or anybody I dealt with. That's like so much bigger than that. It's so much bigger than that. So it's like, so it's just when I tell y'all that my husband is my best friend, my Olivia talk about, oh, I this is my love of my life. See, it's bigger than that. When you have a comrade that you fall in love with, that is your best friend, not only your best friend, but your lover, your lawyer, you know what I mean? When chips are down, when you have to fight against the oppression in this community and this society, that's very spiritual, and y'all best friends too, and y'all just build together, and y'all build a situation. Man, it's deep. It's deeper than what you think, right? So I spent a lot of time on the holidays feeding people in the homeless shelter, right? It makes you feel good about people. Yeah. So none of these people that's talking about Dr. A can do or been in my shoes and understand the things that I've done. I'm telling you, I mean, and when you go, if you ever read a Feeney Shakur book, which I do have, I don't have it on PDF. Um, but in reading her book, it was painful for me to read her book because I understood we're written by her and Jasmine Guy. And that's another thing, Olivia. When the last time you pick up a book? You don't read. We can tell. We can tell by your conversation. You can't have a conversation with me, baby, because I'm intelligent. Okay. I might act silly on here. I might be blind sometimes and reading y'all right, reading y'all words. But one thing I'm not is stupid. That's one thing I'm not. Now, have I made mistakes? Of course, we all make them. We are all human, and you're supposed to make mistakes. But the point is, it's about how do you repair from mistakes that you made in your life, right? You move on and you do better. Olivia, you have made tremendous amount of mistakes, but you still have not gotten better. You still have not proven yourself to yours, not to us, but to yourself or your children. Nobody's proud of you. Nobody. Nobody. My father, even though I was a Black Panther, my parents were still proud of me. Boy, it got really hot in the streets, y'all. They was putting out the newspapers. I'm telling y'all how deep it is. The newspapers was putting out smear campaigns. They was trying to put a jacket on us. And man, we had the leader at that time of the organization was a lawyer. So he wrote them like, look, if y'all put that out there, retract that or we suing. And they had to retract it. But it's too late. People putting jackets on you. And when people put jackets, you get what I'm saying? So then the streets will try to turn against you because the streets thinking that you or that you got jacket on you, right? And so we had to put some information out and dispute that. You know what propaganda is? See, Olivia, you don't want to play with me. Do you understand that I was the minister? Let me tell you a couple of my duties in the Black Panther Party. Y'all want to know? Since this is a discussion. Hold on, I'm getting ready to cook, make you something to eat. Do you want to have a discussion? Do you know that I was a minister of information? Do you know what the minister of information? Y'all talk about how cold our girl Flo is. Shh. Let me tell you something. I was the minister of information. Do you know that was my job to gather information, intel, and being able to break down certain things and knowing certain things and knowing who people were. Do you understand that? Do you know when I came into this sector, I had already gathered information. I just don't talk about it. Do you understand that? Do you understand that I gather information about each and every mommy that's very, very personal stuff that people haven't even that this stuff hadn't even came out, but I don't talk about it because I don't think that would be right. You understand what I'm saying? If I talk about, so I try to stay on what people talk about on here. I try to. Okay, please don't push me. But anywho, I was the minister of information. I was the minister of health. I was a national assistant. That means I was a national assistant to the chairman of the organization. And if you Google, you will find that the chairman was a lawyer. Okay, one of the chairmen was a lawyer. And remember how I told you I did work for celebrities? I done met celebrities, the very people, Olivia, that you want to suck penis. I didn't work for. You know what I mean? I did security for Pimp C. I did security for Lil Boosie and some other people, which I'm not going to name. I done met Tommy from Martin. Martin, remember him? I met him. I done met Lou Gossip Jr. Hello? I'm just saying, it's a lot of things that I don't trip off of. I done met Louis Farrakhan before. Hello? Excuse me. Let me put some respect on that. Met Louis Farrakhan before. Yeah. So all that stuff that you talking about, girl, I done been around the world. I done been around the world and yah. Not just because I was getting flights like you probably get. Well, Olivia, they don't even pay for you to get flights, right? So I did a lot of stuff. So just understand that I'm a different kind of beast in this sector. So if I were anybody, I would stay off of Dr. A. But if you want to do that and you want to go to war, you don't want to go to war with me. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna bow out. I bow out gracefully. I don't want to go to war because I know this gonna pull out something in me that's gonna be real mean and evil. You don't want to pull out that mean and evil inside of me. You don't want me to do that because I got it in me. I got it in me, and I don't want to do that. Because if I go there, if I go low, if I get real low and gutter snipe, it'd be you boy, you will be calling me, begging me to get off you. And I don't think none of y'all want me to do that. So I would advise you to stay in your place. I would advise you to stay in your place. Now, if you want to smoke, I will give you the smoke. But I would advise you not to do that. Now, I again am neutral on this platform. I'm gonna keep telling y'all I'm neutral. I don't react on reactors. I don't talk about people in the chats. I'm not doing that either. That ain't me. That's not what I didn't set out here to do. I came on this platform to talk about these mommies. That's what I did, and that's what I'm gonna do. Now, as I talked about before, I'm gonna start. I am going to let. And last night we actually did bring some more positive mommies out here that I really didn't talk about because I like those type. That's stuff I really watch on my personal time. I don't really watch Liv and Jasmine on my personal time. I just watch them to get a check, a little small check. I watch them to expose contradictions. I done work with so many different people all around the world. These very people that you're seeing in these movies. When y'all watch these movies, I'm telling y'all, I can write. I can make a memoir, and I'm telling you, my memoir will definitely be worth listening and watching and reading. Okay, I promise you. I can make a play. I can make a play just off the beginning of my life. I can make a play throughout my life, and it will still be more interesting in Lives. Okay, teenage mother graduating early. See, that's why I don't have no sympathy for y'all for her on that level because I graduated early from high school. I did come back and walk with my class, but I did graduate early. Okay, with a baby. Hello. with a little baby girl. Okay. All right. I did not flunk out. I did not drop out. Lil dropped out, didn't even have a child. Normally people drop out because they have children. Okay. My parents raised me. I had great parents, okay? Still do. Yes, I'm adopted. Let's talk about that since that also is a topic of discussion. Okay. That's not a secret. Don't I have something on here that talks about me being adopted? Don't I have that, y'all? Didn't I break down my story of my mother was 14 getting pregnant with me at 14? And she didn't put me in DFS. No, I went to a children's home. She put me in a children's home to find me a place to live, and the great family adopted me. That's what happened. They already had a family for me. Okay, they already had, they had a choice. Well, they had four different families for me. Okay, and then the other family, which raised me, was they got me. Okay, and let's talk about that. Let's talk about how how my parents raised me. They didn't abandon me because I messed up or because I screwed up or because I was doing something bad. My parents went through all of my tribes and tribulations with me. They didn't just, and then when I was messing up, they checked me. Do you understand that, Liv? Which was what your mother should have did for you. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about my mother hugged me, Jasmine. My mother hugged me. She always hugged me. She woke me up every day. I got a hug before going to bed. I got tucked in at night. My father loved me. I can call my father right now and he'd be like, well, hey, baby, I love you. I miss you. That's my father. That's my parents. I don't have to, I don't have to call my father and ask for money. When's the last time you asked your mother for money? When's the last time your father babysat for you? Your parents babysat for you. Right, exactly. Your daughter, your mother, when she was living with you and raising your child. My parents didn't raise my children. They watched them. They babysit. They helped me, right? Like grandparents do. My parents, my children didn't call my mama. That's what they call my mother. They called them grandparents, grandmother, grandpa. You wouldn't understand that life. My mother was a school teacher. So it was nowhere in hell that my mother would have let me drop out of school. Education is the foundation of you. Okay. All right. Mother taught me lessons. My mother taught me about being a whore. She taught me about how not to be a whore. You know what I'm saying? She told me when I was messing up, what it was. Okay. All right. So, you want to come with me? You want to come with me? You want to come and try to think you're going to do damage on me? Bitch, you cannot. You would never. You would never. You would never experience my life. You would never walk through my shoes. I've never been fat. I've never been stinky. I've never gone days without showers. Even if I sweat, I go in there and wash me a shower. Showers are available. Tubs and baths, that's available for you. You could even take a whole bath. But you don't even do that. You wear the same clothes. Your children look dusty, disheveled. My children don't look dusty and disheveled, okay? All of my children have jobs. What about you, Olivia? What about you? Let's talk about that. My husband have a job. My husband is a hard worker. Okay. Y'all understand that I'm at home right now, right? Y'all understand I got a business to go through. Well, how y'all think all that work? Right. Okay. 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 So, whatever. Come correct, baby. Come correct, baby. Come correct. Let's talk about it. What else? What else y'all want to know? Y'all got any questions in the chat? Y'all got any questions, or should we go on with this show? Since I'm the topic of discussion, since I'm being brought from a big YouTuber. Since Olivia, you got a big YouTuber, you want to come down here and talk to me? You want to come down here and talk to me? You want to do that? Huh? Wait, hold on, y'all. Let me drink this water. My throat is getting I'm parched. Mm. Okay. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how I taught my son his ABCs, or all of my children. Let's talk about how I educated my children and how I loved on them. Let's talk about that. I'm confused. Did she say something? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She talked about me being a black activist and some other stuff. But I'm addressing that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just addressing that. And I'm not gonna address everything she said, because who is she? But I want to address what I want to address. And I want to address that. I'm not even gonna finish listening to that because that's nothing. But if y'all wanna, you got 5 more minutes. You got your second class, you got 5 more minutes to get logged into your next class. It is hot in here. I gotta cut the heat down. Uh yeah, so she talked about it. Okay. Yeah, so she's a black activist. And your mom's a racist. And you are a racist. So what? So what? So I eat people like you for lunch. I'd have been against the KKK, Ku Klux Klan, the skinheads, the Grand Wizard. Let's have that discussion, right? So what that mean? What does that mean, Olivia? What does that mean? Because black people can't be racist. Why? Because we don't have that kind of power. But you're so ill-informed and stupid and dumb as fuck, non-educated, can't read, barely write. So you want to have that conversation? You don't want to do that with me. Please. Save yourself, baby. Save yourself. Run away. Run farther away. Because I already know who told you that. I already know that there are some people in this from this sector that gives you information and tell you, oh, you can talk about this person and y'all all in cahoots. You don't think I know that? Are you dumb? You don't think I know that? I know that. And I already know who they are. And I don't care. And I don't care. I don't care. Do you understand me? So let's move on. I gotta make my morning joke. I gotta drink some water and then I'm gonna make my morning joke. Okay, I'm making breakfast. My son ate a little something, but we kind of but he didn't finish, so I'm making up some more stuff. So anyway, let's talk about it, y'all. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any other questions, or shall I move on? Because it's kind of I'm gonna repeat the same thing, and I don't feel like repeating the same thing. Okay. All right. Can we move on, y'all? Can we move on? Let's move on. All right. Let me find who I'm supposed to find. Who we're gonna talk about today. Let's talk about it. Mm-mm. But then bring your men around strange men that don't know, that probably have a record, allegedly. Let's not talk about that. But anyway, let me find out who we're gonna talk about today. Okay. All right, we're gonna talk about Jasmine. So and we probably gonna talk about Lil today. I said since she it feels like how long I'm gonna be. Since she wanna talk about me. Like I'm not gonna stop. Like it ain't no point in you talking about me. I'm just saying but you can keep going. Okay, we did not watch this video last night because some of y'all was like y'all over Jasmine and y'all didn't want to talk about it or whatever. But she said she redeeming herself. Let's watch her redeeming herself. I guess she's talking about the weight loss or whatever. But yeah. So y'all didn't want to talk about Jasmine last night. Y'all was acting all, oh, Liv should shut up, right? Shut the F up about things she knows nothing about exactly. It's like, why would, okay, let me ask y'all a question before we get started. God bless all. I'm done with the community service, right? You done community service and loved whole Livia has no clue, right? Giving back, right? And neither does Jasmine. Are they right? Their ideal is begging, right? For the two deadbeats, exactly. So it's like, you know, let's talk about, I have given a lot to a lot of people. People, okay, let's talk about this too. Police brutality. I was gonna talk about that before we talked about Jasmine. Let me say this. Now, y'all do know that, when children get unalived, by the police, in cold blood, okay? Do you know that we've gone around the country dealing with that and stuff? And the families will hook the families up. The families don't pay us. They don't say, well, hey, here's this money, here's $5,000. But, and then what they do is once Messy Jesse or Al Sharpton and them get involved, that's when the money's gonna come into the family, right? And so they kind of cut us off, which they should, because they tell them to cut us off, which makes sense, right? Because that's them getting the bread, from the government. You know what I'm saying? They getting that payoff from suing the police department. Y'all do understand that. Y'all do understand that we brought, when I was in the Black Panther Party, I can't speak on it now, but when I was in the Black Panther Party, we brought awareness for people, police brutality. And we also did this. Let me tell you this. You know how when people riot and stuff like that, we were stopping people from riot and tearing up their city, tearing up their community, because we understood the bigger picture. The bigger picture is we don't want you to tear up the very neighborhood that you live in. Because guess what? When everybody's gone and over with, guess what? You have to live here, right? And most people that was tearing up or looting and things like that in that community was outsiders, just to be honest with you, okay? So let's talk about that, Liv. Let's talk about we getting justice for that particular family. Now, so in some cases, the police did not have to do no time. They moved them out of that area or whatever. The police got away with Scott, red room. Okay. uh and then majority, well, all of them, they did get sued. Now, did they bring their loved one back? Of course it didn't, but it brought something to them where they could get paid for their suffering and pain. Now, no amount of money means anything when you lose your loved one, you know what I mean? And so it's a lot of things that happen. We went against the very thing that you said, DCS. We talked about that too. I dealt with that as well in Springfield, and I'm sorry, in Dick, God, what Illinois? It is some area in Illinois, Decatur, Illinois. That's what it was. We went down there and fought for that because one of the mothers lost their children, because the mother was kind of like you, Olivia. She wasn't really good, but she still could have. If she did everything that they asked her to do, right? She did everything. She did all the checklists, and they still didn't give her child back. And while her child was in foster care, she was getting done. Or I can't go into detail, but just imagine she was still getting oozed, right? And we helped to make DCS give her child back. We fought and banged on that city until they did that, and they got that child back. And she hadn't had any. I still talk to the lady too, by the way, and she still haven't had any incidents with them again. And she got her life together, and you can too. While you worried about starting the show, you need to start a show to get to spend more time. It's to the ship that sailed on you getting custody, but you still could be an imprint in your children's life, and all you got to do is just do right. So let's talk about that. Okay. Let's talk about that. So don't talk to me about what this stuff is, because I've done a lot of things for a lot of people across the world. What have you done for somebody, Olivia? Besides, still, you said you gave your friend a place to sleep a little while, but you didn't give her. You stole her purse. You stole her purse. So how was that helpful? How was that helpful? Right? How was that helpful? How did you help Gerard? How did you help Zolo on a consistent basis? Zolo upgraded and went on and moved on to an older woman, left you for somebody have a trillion years from him, but that's okay. But left you. You understand, for a better woman. That woman, even though she older than you, she still got it going on. She even though so she doing something right, right? Okay. Dr. A, seemingly rough neighborhoods not getting the bigger picture on a better younger generation, unfortunately. Yeah. So that's it. So we're gonna talk. So that's the thing. So that's not a diss. Nothing she pull up. I don't care if she really go real deep down and nasty about me. I can tell you. that everything I done been through in my life helped me to be a better person. And I have asked, and when I've wronged people, Olivia, let me tell you the difference also. It's a lot of differences, but besides I'm beautiful, right? Um, I've actually atoned with people that I've wronged. You understand, Olivia? I've actually apologized to people. Even if I did something a little wrong in their life, I'll apologize. Now, some motherfuckers don't deserve no apology. I'm just going to be honest with you. But for the most part, the people that have, I definitely have apologized to. And it felt good. It felt good for them and it felt good for me. Okay. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of walking around. I can go to my same community. I can go to Chicago and walk around. I can go to anywhere in this country and be dropped off in the hood and be able to walk around with my head up. You in class? Good. I can go anywhere in the hood in the community. Olivia, I can come into your projects and walk around and hold my self high and hold my head high. I can walk around your projects and feed some of those people over there or get them clothes or do some type of work for them that they may need. They might need somebody to shovel the ground, shovel the snow. We'll come out there and shovel that snow for them. We've done that too, by the way. We've shoveled snow. We've cut people's lawns for them for free, you know, because some of the elders couldn't do it, you know. So let's talk about that. Okay. Where is it? How do I bring the comments back? Hold on, let me look at it. Give me a second. So, hold on. Um, so we fed the people. You know what I mean? We walked around. I could do anywhere in America and help people and go around in the country. I can go in any hood. Olivia, you can't even walk outside your door without worried about somebody beating you upside your head. I mean, that's the truth, Olivia. You are scared. You're afraid. Gerard said that you were afraid that when the people ordered pieces to your house that you were scared, that you was walking around scared, and the way you walked around at your community with a knife, you walking around scared. I've never lived my life like that, and I was a Black Panther. I've never lived my life like that. Never have I lived a scary life. I'm sorry. Oh, she unhid. Was hid Paula. It was hidden. Okay. Okay, yeah, she got you. Darla got you taken care of. You good. You good. You good. Thank you. Thank you, Passion. And thank you, Passion. It's okay. We all make mistakes. No big deal. Darla got it. We're good. Yeah. So I can go anywhere around in the world. I can go in the different country. I can go to Africa and walk around in the hood, in the community. I can go to France. I can go anywhere in the world and walk around in the hood, and I can go and walk around in the so-called white areas, heavily rich neighborhoods without any issues. How about that, Olivia? Can you do that? I could not imagine ever being scared. Olivia Wright talks too much to be scary. Exactly. So, let's talk about that. I'm not afraid of anything. I've had my life have been on the line many a times, Olivia. Many a times. Many times I didn't know whether or not I was gonna come back. And I had to kiss my family goodbye. I was like, this might be my last time. Like I'm laughing about it, but I'm serious. I'm like, this is gonna be my last time I might see you. Especially when we went to North Carolina that one time. That's a whole nother conversation. You can Google everything I'm saying. Uh, I went to North Carolina, and I'm telling you, it was really intense. I mean, the police was trying to walk us to our cars because the Ku Klux Klan said, "What's up?" We was like, "What's up?" And so the police was like, "Well, we have to do this because we don't, you can't do this on our watch. We can't let anything happen to you because yeah, we were being photographed and um, photographed and filmed and stuff, so the world was watching. You understand what I'm saying, Olivia? Have you ever been known to people besides coming up here and making a complete asshole out of yourself? I'm just curious. Have you ever been able to come up to this platform to really have an intelligent conversation? Have you ever Somebody ever called you and asked you for an interview? Do you know people still call me and get interviews? Like I've CNN has called me. Do you understand that they wanted to do a documentary about my life, Olivia? Dig that, bitch. You could never. You could never. You understand what I'm saying? You could never. Do you understand that I told them no? Hello? And they begged me. They begged me. It's like, please, let's just walk around your city with you. I was like, no. But then some other people in the group went out and walked around and did ignorant stuff and made them look stupid. I was not doing that. See, I don't believe in being a character like you are. Like how you and Jasmine come up here and make a character out of yourselves. You make a complete asshole and fool out of yourself, and then you sit up there and look stupid. Do you understand how many times you look stupid in here on this platform? Do you understand how bad Gerard made you look? How it ain't even about Gerard, it's how you made yourself look. Do you understand that, Olivia? Do you understand the fact that you sat on here and act like you was gonna get this man fellatio here online? How stupid you look, and your children, this will never go away, and people will go back and look at that. Now let's not talk about that, Olivia. Let's not talk about Dr. A's life. You don't want to do that. You want to sit your ass down and do what you know how to do best. Right. She could never roll up right in a restaurant. Right. And hold the park. Do you understand that we have shut down stores that have harmed people, that have harmed or touched on little girls? Some of these stores, you understand, some of these stores, these wig stores and different things like that, have touched on little girls or touched on the owner, and we've shut down stores. Do you know some of these stores have shot our children, and we shut down stores all around this country? Do you want to have that conversation, Olivia? Do you want to have that conversation? Do you want to have a conversation about how I've gone to colleges and we have done lectures? Do you know that, Olivia, I've gone to a college and did a lecture and broke down some stuff? Do you know I was invited to churches? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Olivia. Do you understand that I raised awareness about what's going on in the community? Do you understand that? Shh, girl, you could only wish you could only live my life. Do you know that I went to a college in Illinois and in Indiana, and it was white people there, and it was like, what could we do to help this movement? I was like, yeah, give us some John Brown action. You know what John Brown is? Do you know who John Brown is? John Brown was a white man uh, from the slavery times that helped black people, helped slaves, helped free slaves, and he actually got down and they, did whatever they did to him. We're gonna leave it at that. But you know what I'm saying. So we ain't gonna have this conversation, Olivia. So that's not a flex. That's not you hurting my feelings. You can't hurt my feelings. You can't hurt my feelings because you ain't never walked my walk. You ain't never known what I've been through as a child. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that, and then the adoption thing, yeah, girl, I was adopted. So what? My biological mother still was looking for me. Hello? My biological mother was still looking for me. Dig that. And I have a relationship with her. Let's have that conversation. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation about how selfish and evil you are. And why your children, when they get grown, they're not gonna want nothing to do with you. Don't think that. Don't think they do. Please understand that they won't. They won't. Okay? She didn't even right go to her eighth grade graduation. Right, have no idea what you're talking about. Right, she has no idea about who John Brown is. Right, she's not connected to the Black Panther Party at all. Yeah, but she brought it up, so I'm just saying we're not gonna play this game. We ain't gonna play this game about my life since you want to know. And all of my children, everybody I know has made mistakes in their life. But you know what I like about the people that I know, or my family members that have made mistakes in their life? They try to repair it. That's the whole point. They had redemption. You don't have redemption. It's nothing redeemable in your soul. You have not apologized to your children. You have not apologized to Gerard, because you do owe Gerard an apology. You owe Antonisha an apology, okay? And maybe y'all owe each other apology at some point in time. But can you apologize to somebody that that you have wronged. You know what I mean? You've wronged a lot of people. You need to apologize to your mother, and your mother needs to apologize to you for not making you take responsibility, for not making you stand up, for not making you, for not allowing you to, not forcing you to graduate high school. You could have gone off to college and been something better than what you are, Olivia. Olivia doesn't know her backside from her face, girl. So I don't know what else y'all want me to say. Do y'all have any questions before I go move on? If I don't see any questions, I'm giving y'all. I'm gonna give y'all 10 minutes for questions. But other than that, I'm gonna move on. Okay, y'all, because it's like it is what it is. I mean, y'all knew that already. I don't know why some people acting like it's a secret. We gonna go into Jasmine, y'all. I know y'all don't want to, but we talking about Jasmine. That's what we talking about today. Okay, now right here. I done talked about Olivia enough, so I'm not talking about her video now, but I've talked about her enough. Let's go. Cocaine in the can. Coca-Cola in the can. She drinking Coca-Cola, y'all. Woo, shoot. Well, she get ready to get that blood pumping. Because of my love for history, I feel a certain way. I understand. I understand. And another thing, before we finish, God knows I made mistakes, right, and learned from them and moved on, right, and being a good person, a good mother, a neighbor, period. Another thing, is that I forgot my point. What was I gonna say? I forgot my point. God, I forgot my point. I forgot my point. Let's move on to Jasmine. Hopefully it'll come back up. Let me drink my coffee. All right. She does have an attitude. And you know what else though? You know what else? I'm not unhappy. I'm not an unhappy person. I'm not an unhappy. Have I been unhappy in my life? Yes. That's the whole point. Yes, of course I have. I was happy when I was trying to help people try to do better for themselves. They didn't want it. That's what used to irritate me. That's irritating. And y'all want somebody, and some of y'all people who feel like, oh, yes, you guys are talking about these mommies, but what about your life? Some of y'all feel like that. But my thing is this here. We're in the mommy sector. What we supposed to talk about? If we was in the giraffe sector, we would talk about giraffes. If we was in the dog sector, we'll talk about dogs. If we was in the monkey sector, we would talk about the monkey. If we was in the jaguar right celebrity sector, we would talk about the celebrity or we would talk about the dog. So I mean, we're talking about what sector we're in. Hello? it's, it's weird. I just finished a cup on needs another one right. Here comes Jazz. Oh Lord. So it so how can you scratch your head if your wig is on there? See, I would be scared that my scalp is like would be blistered putting on all the wigs. Jasmine, you don't you supposed to braid your hair and wear like a stocking cap or something over your head to protect your regular hair from being messed up though? Oh, here we go. I didn't share Jazz. My bad, y'all. My bad. I forgot to share Jasmine. Here we go. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a long story.
a long fucking story.
Okay, well, if you ain't gonna tell the story, then be quiet.
Oh, look at me.
Some things I get that. Well, because some things I'm just not gonna talk about. That's true. Some things I'm just not gonna talk about. Some things it ain't my story to tell, right?
It's just, you know how you get to a point to where you just like, you're tired of something.
Устали от нервной и рутинной работы.
Okay.
Ваша энергия на нуле, а достаток...
And you just tired.
And another thing, Olivia, since we talking, you know, we also help people find missing children. Also, you know, I had to think about. I'm like, damn, we did so much. I mean, it's so much I can say. It's so much. I would have to really sit down and just pull all this stuff out. Yeah, we help people find children. Do you understand that? That's another painful reality. That you know, when a child runs away, when a child is lost, that how you can't like never. And just like Olivia, a lot of parents have made mistakes in the past that allow their children to go outside without supervision. You do that a lot. You do know that people are snatching children. See, that's another thing in this sector. Y'all don't want to talk about that though. See, that's what I have a problem with. How come y'all don't talk about the way Olivia, why everybody want to be Olivia's friend, okay? How come y'all don't address Olivia about allowing her beautiful black children to go outside unattended? Okay, do you understand that there's pedos and all kind of rings? Go onto the dark web and you will find out that they have like all kind of rings. They're doing organs. Do you understand that they're doing organ taking a lot of black people's organs, right? A lot of these children organs. Remember that little boy that was in high school that they found him, he went missing, they found him in a wrap and all of his organs were taken. He was wrapped up in a mat in the gym. But y'all don't want to talk about that, you know. uh, all these children, and you allow your beautiful black children to go outside unattended. You don't watch them. You letting them go by and talking to strangers and all kind of stuff. You know, people can snatch your children, but nobody holds her responsible or accountable for that. Oh, okay. Oh, children just gonna be children. I'm just gonna let them go outside. Yeah, but you can't do that anymore. This is not the 1990s. Okay, this is not back in the day where you could, and even then you still had to keep a watchful eye. But you don't. You just let them go outside by themselves. In the 70s and the 80s, we could probably get away with that a little bit because it was a group of us. But even having a group of children out there, people are still snatching children. But you don't want to deal with that reality. You just let them go out without supervision. They're not even in your, you know, you don't even have a house like a backyard where it's covered where you can't. But even with that, you're supposed to sit out there with them. But she don't want to talk about that, right? Nobody wants to talk about that in this sector. Nobody wants to talk about how she treats them children like slaves. While y'all want to feed her information about me, y'all need to be feeding her information on how to parent, on how to watch and keep a watchful eye of her children and keeping them in her sight and not just mistreating them because she no longer with the father because she ain't with the father. See, that's a problem. That's a problem within some of our communities. That because we're angry at the fathers or the mothers, we'll take it out on the children. You want to have that discussion?
Tired of being sweet, tired of being nice, you're tired of doing all this stuff like that. Like you want to be mean and not even be mean. You just want to not care. I be want to get to that point sometimes. Get to like a not care. I don't even know if that makes sense. People, I'm the type of person that I'm a really sweet person, you know, and I just get irritated how people act.
You get irritated at how people act. You're loving. Who are you loving to? I'm not trying to be, oh, shoot. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm trying to find out where you were loving at, Jasmine. Girl, I almost called you a lip. I'm trying to figure out where you were loving at. I'm not trying to be funny, Jasmine. I'm just asking you a real question. Where were you loving at? Huh? Where were you loving at? Because I've never seen you come up here. I seen you love on Legendary, but and fake love on your children, but I don't see where you exactly were loving. I seen you were loving to Chris. I seen you were loving to Philip, but not really to the children, not so much. Not to the Davis children, not as much. Unless they was doing something for you.
Like I'm trying to say stuff, but people just get on my fucking nerves sometimes.
Does people get on your nerves or do you get on your own nerves? Or is it guilt?
Take your kindness for weakness. And yeah, that's what I feel like will take my kindness, my sweet kindness for
My
weakness.
sweet kindness. That's what y'all always say. Y'all always get up here and tell us this whole routine about how sweet and kind you are. But yet we don't see you don't give back. You don't give back, Jasmine. I'm not saying she should give back to her father. I mean, you do you understand, Jasmine, that your people in your chat have given you, have furnished your whole entire house, and you come up here nasty at times, and you act like you on rugs. You come up here nasty. One thing about Jasmine is that has Jasmine had to take drug tests, right, y'all? Did Jasmine dye her hair right before she had to take a drug test, or that's just something Olivia does?
They be rude. Not even rude. I can't even say rude. They just don't know how to just like match somebody' energy. What is that?
Yeah, people, yes, people are very rude. Okay, what's your point? You rude. You know it's rude when you come on live and you don't really talk for a long time and you just sit up there and then after about 15 minutes you start talking to people. That's rude too. And you don't match people's energy because there'd be a lot of people that have really worshiped the ground that you walked on in your chat, that followed you blindly, and you have not ever given them a sense of anything. You know what I mean? You don't give them a hi, hello, I'm sorry that happened to you. You don't care. You don't care. I'm not saying you should stop the whole entire show to say this or to say that. My bad. What I am gonna say is that, you know,
I'm a really sweet person, and I just get irritated how people act.
and people get real, and I sure Philip feel the same way, that he gets irritated, and I'm sure Asia and I'm sure Hannah gets irritated at the fact that Hannah has to basically raise your children while you sit on here looking like you high. You know what I'm saying? While she has to take on the burden of being bothered with your children and furnishing your children and paying for their trips while you sit on her and film and get paid off of them. And as a matter of fact, the fact that you had Amaya be intrusive on their family trip or on their family holiday loving festival, having to film that. Let's have that conversation.
Like I'm trying to say stuff, but people just get on my fucking nerves sometimes.
Yeah, you people get on your nerves, but you get on other people's nerves. You always beg and you always come up here crying. Always, why me? Woe is me. Who wants to hear that? Olivia got that bad too. Why Gerard? Why Gerard doesn't love me? Why Gerard does this? Why is my life like that? Never once have y'all heard me really come up here and be like, why don't this happen? I'm just so upset. I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like that is that necessary? Like get off your butt and make it happen. Stop whining and complaining about stuff that ain't right in your life. You have the opportunity. You have 24 hours in a day to fix it. And if you can't fix it within 24 hours, then you have to keep working at it. Then the ancestors may feel like you're not ready to change. They're not ready to let up off of you until you get some direction, right? And so that is definitely possible. Okay. And sometimes you have to go through things. And everybody can't always, your mamas can't always come and fix it. Sometimes you have to fix what's going on and wrong in your life, right? Sometimes, and then for you to prove it, so you can prove it to yourself, like, hey, dang, I actually survived that. I didn't ask people for $100. I just went out and worked for it. I put my content out here and got the money, or I sold this item. Not just your food stamps, right, y'all? Not just selling your food stamps. That's not an accomplishment. Selling your food stamps is not really an accomplishment. I know that some people think that Olivia, you and Jasmine probably think that selling your food stamps is a flex. It's something that you really did. Like, I really worked hard at selling stuff or selling your body. That's not really working hard. Okay? I'm just saying. Well, let's go.
Take your kindness for weakness. And yeah, that's why I feel like will take my kindness, my sweet kindness for weakness.
Jasmine, how many times you gonna say that? My sweet kindness for weakness. Girl, girl, well, stop letting people take advantage of you. Stop doing stuff. That's another thing. I don't like that damsel in distress type of energy. Like, why is it that somebody's always take people do that? People are going to sometimes if you allow them. So how come I don't always feel sorry for the weak? I just don't. I don't always feel sorry for somebody that says, "Oh, well, this person did this to me and that." But what did you do? Right? What did you do? What did you do? Let's discuss that. What happened with you? What did you do wrong? How did you play a part in it? Sometimes we have to look at things and go, okay, what part did I play in it? How did I mess up on this level? Right? I had to. I had to take a good look at myself and say, you know what? You helping everybody else. You need to help yourself. You know what I mean? You got to help yourself. You got to go and do what you're supposed to do as a person. You know, she's always talking about how people take her kindness for weakness. Shh, that's a lie. Who takes your kind? Chris? You talking about Chris? You talking about Chris? You talking about the fact, but you always getting something out of it, Jasmine. You do understand that you are always getting something out of it. You can sit up here and lie. You always getting something out of it. Even with Chris used you, but y'all used each other because what you was did in this content. You was making him come on the film and you got a baby from him. So you did the exact same thing he did, okay? So we don't feel sorry for you. Sorry. Nor have I ever asked any of you all to feel sorry for me. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. That is like so like I'm not an invalid. You know what I mean? I'm not down and trodden. I would never expect people to feel sorry for me. I don't care what I went through. I'm not asking people to feel sorry for me. I don't want people's pity and sorrow. You know what I want people to do? I want people to just be good people and work and do what they supposed to do in this life, even with mistakes, because we're going to make them. You're going to make a new mistake. We make new mistakes every day, don't we, y'all?
They be rude. Not even rude. I can't even say rude. They just don't know how to just like
Imagine if they put the same energy into their kids instead of spending all that time whining and complaining. Exactly. Exactly. Hello? Right. Let's go.
match somebody energy. What is that? The bees are coming off. Motherfuckers don't know how to read the room. That's the thing. Like,
Jasmine talk, Jasmine talk about people don't know how to read the room. Jasmine, you don't know how to read the room. This is a laugh in a handbasket. Jasmine, oh my God, you do not know how to read the room. What are you talking about reading the room, Jasmine? You have never read the room, Jasmine. Never, never. Jasmine, every time Philip family have an event, you're not in, I don't care if it's about the children, you're not invited. They don't want you there. You don't know when you making people uncomfortable. Hannah doesn't want you there. Philip doesn't want you there. Philip, mom does not want you there. They only tolerate you because you're the children's mother. And they don't know, and they know you slow, and they don't know how to tell you no, get out of their face. Come eat, honey. I forgot to do the dab. That's okay. All right. You dabbed enough, sir. It's all good. Okay. You heard of that? Mm-hmm. Here, click on that thing so I just need you to cut it down a little bit. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. You got it? All right. And that
Like,
work?
read the room.
Mommy, yeah, it's your phone.
Then when I start acting different, then I'm being funny. Like, it just like changed my whole mood. I was in a good mood, y'all. I filmed a shop with me / grocery haul.
God, God, please, why did you do that? Why did you do that, girl? Why did you do a shop with me, grocery haul? Please. Jasmine, you don't get fruits, you don't get vegetables hardly. I don't want to see no film with me, grocery haul. Nobody want to see them videos no more, Jasmine. We are so over them unless you're gonna do it right, and you're not. She feels like because she's living with Phil folks. She was because she was living with Phil folks since she was 13, right? She's entitled, and she's not. She don't know how to read the room with that. Talking about somebody don't know how to read the room. Get out of here.
And then, I was in a really fucking good mood.
Oh Lord.
Like, motherfuckers just don't read the room.
Read the room. How are we reading the room, child? How are we reading the room? You're not reading the room, dear. What is reading the room? You don't read the room, child. You don't know when people don't want to be bothered. Just like when you showed up at your mama's situation, they did not want you there. When you showed up on that party bus, they did not want you there. When you showed up and you did not pay for it, they didn't want you there. They did not want you filming of all things. Okay, but Hannah doesn't do YouTube like that to be coming up here and doing anything. They did not want to film that holiday thing that they had. They really didn't, which is why you don't have a whole lot of footage. Okay, they did not want to film all that. It was intrusive. You didn't read the room when Chris told you he didn't want a child with you. You didn't read the room when Chris was telling you. When he said, when y'all moved into, cut that down a little bit. When y'all moved into the place, when you moved into that new house that house before you got to this house, and Chris was like, I'm happy for her. You didn't read that room. You didn't read that. You didn't get when he was basically saying this is your house. He ain't got nothing to do with that. You didn't get that, Jasmine. Now he might have been living there, but he knew that eventually he was gonna be out. You do understand that, Jasmine, right? You couldn't read that room on that level, girl. Okay, reading the room and you being nice. How are you nice, Jasmine? How are you nice to people? You're not nice to people. You get up here and sit on your subs, and you told your subs like that's all on y'all. Y'all give me money, which is true. I do agree with you there. You weren't lying though, actually, but it was still cruel for you to say, right? Okay.
And recharge your energy. It's gone. My energy is gone.
Well, if you don't have no energy, then why are you live?
I just don't want to be doing bullshit no more. Like, period.
Only one of those. Girl, you sound like Lil Wayne when they be in the studio. Like when them rappers be in the studio and they be like, you know what I mean, bloated. You know what I mean by bloated. When they be on the narcotic, you know what I mean. That's how you sound. Why you talking like that? Why your voice slow and down and talking like? Y'all know how Atomic Dog was made, right? He said that he was on crack is whack, and he went in the studio and he was like, wow, 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 you be yo. He said that he put on a record and it was going backwards. I'm just saying. And that's
Like
another thing. I don't have to take, Olivia. Remember you said Olivia, you said that that it's normal from where you from for people to do Coca-Cola, to drink Coca-Cola or whatever, to take Coca-Cola. Girl, that's never been cool in my community. Never. We never just did that. That is crazy. Nobody has ever did that and didn't think they was we looked at people like that. We would call them dope fiends or something. If they did that, now that's crazy. That's an addict. Okay.
people just rude as fuck.
Jasmine, you are rude. You are rude when you show up uninvited. When you went to your children's and you didn't know how to read the room, when you went to your children's with them poom poom shorts on, when you went up to your children's school with them poom poom shorts, do you know that was so uncouth of you? Do you know you don't read the room? We told you earlier about using the bathroom on the camera. You know you're not supposed to do that, right? You know you're not supposed to be naked or any type of shape or form. You're supposed to have on full clothes. You know that don't make no sense, right, Jasmine? It just does not. I don't understand why you think that makes sense, Jasmine.
Fuck.
We're not supposed to be thinking about you using the restroom, Jasmine, at all. How you doing, Melanie? Welcome to Midfleet Palace, right? I ran right. She ran everyone off for Chris exactly, and she's alone, right? Girl, bye. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm gonna go back and read some of your comments. Did I speak to you, West Coast? I'm sorry. Welcome to the McFleek House. Passion. Welcome to the McFleek House. How you doing, Myra? Welcome to the McFleek House. How you doing, Doyle? Welcome to the McFleek House. How you doing, Paulette? Welcome to the McFleek House. How you doing, Mastermind? Welcome to the McFleek House. How you doing, Buttons? Welcome to the McFleek House. How you doing, TS? Welcome to the McFleek House. How you doing, Latoya? Welcome to the McFleek House. Nicola, welcome to the McFleek House. How you doing, Miss Jones? Welcome to the McFleek Palace. Oh, Shun, welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. Okay. Let me see. Did I speak to everybody? Right here. Dear Miss Jackson, I'm sorry. Woo, I am for real. Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. Okay. TS, welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. That's big, beautiful Allen. Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. Okay. All right. Yeah, I apologize. I just kind of came in talking. Melody, welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. Okay. My bad, y'all. All right. I told y'all it was gonna take me a second to kind of. Think about I had to kind of I didn't really think about what I was gonna say. I just came up here live. I didn't even know I was gonna talk about that for real. I just kind of off the cuff thinking while in action, while we were talking, So I just took it back and I definitely can't talk about that kind of stuff around my 9-year-old. I'm not going to until he's at appropriate age where he can talk about where we can talk about it. Cause he already shows signs that this I hope he don't lead that life. I hope none of my children take that role on. But they got it in their blood. They got it honestly, huh? Yeah, on your arms? Okay, boy. It's okay. You're 9 years old. Shh, don't have that discussion right now, okay? It's okay. It's a part of life. Mhm. Do you see a water right there?
Thank you for the love, y'all.
Oh my
The
god.
hearts. Yes, tap the live. Tap it.
Thank you for the love, y'all. Thank you for the love, y'all. Jasmine, you okay, girl? Um, excuse me. I'm drinking coffee and water, so okay. So let me say this. God, today is a good day, but God, I'm sick of this snow. That's what I hate snow. But let me say this to you all. What I do want to do is definitely I want to thank each and every one of you all the right way. and coming to my platform over the years and supporting me, helping me to get monetized. I say this a lot. I don't just say this, not just because it's today, but I've always thanked you all. Even the haters. Thank you, Olivia, for sending people my way, because you did actually send me some more subscribers. Every time you talk about me, more people come over here and subscribe to me, and actually more white people come over here and subscribe to me. And I did get. I'm looking. Oh, dang! Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Actually, some of the white folks, the very white folks that you okay, some of the white I'm reading these comments. Some of the white folks that you actually was trying to tell them about some of the very white folks that you was trying to tell them okay. Some of the very white folks that you have talked against me on have came to me and have talked to me in regards to what you said last night, and they really support me, and they was like, that was great. And they it looks like about five people you sent over here that's white from your chat. I'm not gonna name their names, but from your chat, they came over here. They said they always watched me and they've been supporting me. So thank you, Olivia. So keep talking about me. You're just gonna send more people over here. And if you want to keep doing that, that's great. You're not hurting nobody but yourself. But don't get too out of pocket, girl. Okay.
Give me a like.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh-uh. No. No. I said stop.
She was getting angry, boy, with them children. Like, no, stop. I mean, I check myself too, but Jesus Christ, you check it. It seems like I don't know. Your check can sometimes come across like you angry at him. Why you so angry with him, huh? Okay, stop smacking. Close your mouth. It's good.
Girl, it's 6:18. My day is done. It was good up until like 30 minutes ago. I do feel like you're genuine soul. That is. I'm on live. I'm gonna take those headphones off. No. Well, go on somewhere.
Dang, she is angry, angry woman. She is angry. I'm live. Go somewhere. But you don't do that to him no other time. Right. She is so low vibrational. Yes, she is. I can admit that. Again, I see some new people came in here. If you all wanted to see my address, you're gonna have to take it back to me addressing Olivia. If y'all want to watch that, y'all can watch that. Y'all can go back and watch that, but I'm not addressing it right now unless you all have any questions. If anybody have any questions about Dr. A, some questions I can answer, some questions I cannot. I'm just telling you in the game. I'm not gonna tell you I can answer all. That's a lie. I'm not doing that. But any questions you want to ask me, go ahead and ask me. I'll be happy to do that. Or you can inbox me on Instagram, or if you don't want to ask me live, you can always do that, or you can ask me now. So I'm willing to answer questions. I can't answer everything because everything is not pertaining to my life, and some things my husband don't want me to answer. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But I would answer him if he wasn't telling me not to answer them. But I would answer. I don't really care. But because he doesn't want me to answer certain things because it involves certain other parties and certain things or lawyered kind of questions that I can't answer because of certain laws. But other than that, if you have something, I'll tell you whether or not I can answer them. So just throw it out there, okay? All right, let's go.
Shit, he can't hear. He over here yelling.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit.
Yeah, but when any other time when you're alive and he's making those dinosaur noises, you don't tell him to be quiet no other time. But because you're already irritated and because you're probably mad at a man, it sounds like you're mad at a man. So all of a sudden it's a problem. He's been doing stuff like that. You gonna hit him live?
Yeah. When I am sweet to people, they I don't know. It's just like when I start acting, I move differently than I'm acting funny.
You are. You do act funny, but I mean, something's wrong with you. Okay, let me see these questions. I gotta start paying attention to my chat. Okay. How you doing, Alex? Welcome to the Mythic Palace. Here she goes, right, with yeah, it's definitely has gotten old. Everything Olivia says always backfires in the wrong way. Exactly. Exactly. Next week, she'll be begging. Exactly. She begging now. She's angry with him because Chris is not talking to her. Um, Now she's got a fake accent. Yeah, girl, she always got this fake accent going, right? Uh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't say that. Blank. Oh, think WW would stop supporting you to bring up a history, Dr. A, whatever, and it didn't work. I got the same amount. Actually, I got more people than I had before. Let's be honest. Jasmine is a crackhead. Oh Lord. Was that good? Okay. Oh my God, boy. You just gonna come in here and dance because you get eight. All right, this guy, I know. Hold on. What's your next class? Let me look and see on your schedule. Nope, that's not true, sir. I think you got another. Oh no, you did the 10, 5, 10, 4, the one class. You just did the other class. You did the first class. And so you gotta. You said 1 o'clock. Okay, go play. Go have fun. All right, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You okay? You don't need to justify to anything these mommies. You don't need to justify anything. I know. I didn't hear what she said to you, girl. It ain't important. I know. I got it. Yep, I got the new schedule change. You got it. Why you looking in the email? It is your email, but still, you ain't supposed to be looking in the email. Oh, that's okay. Liv stays live, right? When she steps out, right, of that apartment, right, for security purposes. She knows that the a blank whooping is coming for her. Oh Lord, from multiple people, girl. She sure ain't safe in Texas, boy. That is the word. She ain't just got y'all think she ain't just got like Gerard family as potential enemies, but she got other people. Y'all don't even understand half of it. I don't want to say on her. I don't want to say because yeah, I would be bringing up people that I know that know her. So I'm gonna be quiet. They don't want me saying anything, so I'm gonna shut up. Jazz is fake, right? And she puts on this accent, girl. When she puts this accent on, girl, she surely is, right? Says she's going to catch them hands. Ooh, watching on high. LOL, definitely, girl, gonna knock that phone out. Word, Karen, Popo, Karen calling Popo, girl. That's why I don't mess with Olivia, girl. I got stuff to lose, girl. Livia don't. Livia, see us, a person who really don't have nothing to lose. She don't have nothing that she can lose at this point because she done already lost them three. And she could lose these other two, but I mean, I don't think she really cares, to be honest. That kid is her karma. Yes, kids are a blessing, but anywho, okay, Ooh, okay. You said the same thing, Alex. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, let's continue. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have to justify that. I really don't care, but I mean, I will though. I will for some things. I don't mind answering questions on because sometimes I like talking about the movement. Sometimes I like talking about it, and sometimes I don't. I think when I think about it, I don't think about it every day, but sometimes when I think about it, I kind of I go into this thing where I remember and I'm like, man, I did all this. I can't believe I did all this. It's kind of that thing. You know how when you actually have done something with your life or I definitely savor certain moments. And certain moments I just can't get back. Some moments I'm like, damn, I wish I could get that second back, right? It's cold in England. Girl, you making some soup, girl. People are watching her, right? I said the same thing. Ooh, Olivia will get clocked. Ooh, on live where I'm from, girl. That dog is in the cage, right? And isn't gonna save her. A real watchdog is loved, right? Exactly. And free from roam to roam the home, exactly. Unlike Jazz, then I girl, you cook. You say you cook. You ain't like these women, huh? I know I'm not. My son gets full meals, Olivia and Jasmine, and the rest of anybody. My son gets breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in between, whatever else he want. If he come down here and say, "Hey, mom, can I get a fudge pop?" It's I have like this vegan popsicles. I mean, vegan popsicles, vegan like what do you call them? Sandwich sticks, whatever you call them in the the little popsicle with the ice cream bars or whatever you call them. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Anyway, they vegan. If he wants some of that, he can get it, and he may come down and ask for like, "Mommy, can I have? I know I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Can I have a grilled vegan cheese sandwich? Sure. You know what I mean. And some. Can I have some more fruit? See, my son don't get like raw hot dogs, right? I'm never live like that where I can't make my son something to eat. Now, do I go live a lot sometimes? Some days, yes. Do I go live in between time? I go in between live during his playtime, meaning I'm done with his homework. I'm done helping him with his work or teaching him. Or I'm done, my husband might go play the game. I'm like, okay, do you mind if I go live? No, go ahead, babe. You know what I mean? And I do have my husband here where if, we run a over, he can go ahead and, take on the duty of getting our son to bed or I might wash dishes. I'm doing something, while I'm live, right? Right. And I wash my dishes with soap, by the way. I don't just rinse them out and put them in the thing. Cause you actually got to put soap on them, the antibacteria stuff on the dishes. Um, a slow barking, right? Like it's the owner. Oh Lord.
And then if I'm sweet, hold on, it's the school.
Jasmine, you sound like you're in a cult. When's the last time you talked to the children's teachers? They probably just telling you about the children gonna be off because of the holidays, Jasmine. Don't fake it off. Don't act like you in contact with the teachers like that. It's just basically telling you about what's gonna happen with the children's school. That's basically because of the snow. I mean, because of the weather, not the snow, because of the weather. It ain't because you or they're gonna tell you that the children are late or something that they're not getting there on time. I mean, you don't talk to them teachers like that. Just stop playing these games.
I don't know. My feelings, I wanted to cry a minute ago, y'all. I sat here on this couch and I was just thinking. I was like, I didn't send like, you know how you iPhones you edit messages. I sent this long message and I was like, nah, just basically fuck it. And then I was like, I put a dot, I edited, put a dot. I said you gotta read the rest. Then I edited again. I was like, you know what? I don't want no problems. Cause I don't be want to argue with people.
But you do, you know. But you do. You spend a lot of time arguing with people, and you spend a lot of time doing things that or wasting time. It's like, why you even addressing all of this? You're addressing stuff, but you ain't addressing it. Call it what it is. If you got something to say, then say it. I don't like when people do that. They'll be like, well, I got something to say. Well, then just say it, girl.
I don't like fighting with people. I don't like anything. I just be like, damn.
But yet you do. Yet you do. Okay. But yet you do. Okay. I tidy up before I come live, exactly. Or I tidy up before I come live, and I tidy up during me being live. You hear me? She was sending that to Chris. Probably was, Alex. You think so? I think so. I never come live right while my young one is around. Yeah, I do sometimes, but I try to keep my converse. I try to keep what I say, and I have my earphones in, so he can't. He can't hear. Yeah, I might hear him, but he can't hear what exactly is going on. Like if like Jasmine is cursing or something, he don't hear Jasmine cursing. You understand what I'm saying? And let's say he get ready to walk in the room and they in the middle of cursing. When they are, he'll walk back out and he'll be like, "Mom, mommy," and then he'll say whatever he say. He said, "Can I ask you a question real quick?" And then or he'll try to get my attention to pause it because he's coming in. He does that because he'll walk back out, or he'll walk back out because he don't like all that. Number one, we don't curse in front of our son. Now, have my husband son have heard curse words? Of course he has, but he don't hear us saying it. He don't hear me cursing him out. I don't talk to him like that. I don't call him MF, so you bad as F or whatever. That stuff that these mommies be on here saying to their children, I just don't do. Okay. You know what? I should do a waist bead giveaway. One waist bead giveaway. I should. For the holidays. Whatever. We'll talk.
I don't know. It's a hard situation to talk about because people don't understand. Because I don't be want.
Yeah, because we know it's dumb. Jasmine don't never because she knows it's dumb. That's why she don't want to tell nobody. And don't get it twisted. I don't think she should tell anybody, to be honest with you. Okay. I don't think that she always should come up here and tell us what's going on with her. I agree with that. I don't think it. I don't think that they should. I mean, I think some things need to be their business and their business alone. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they need to find other people to talk to more so. I'm just being honest.
I tell people all my business because I'm trying to work on that this year, not telling so much of my business that's going on in my life and stuff. But shit be getting people get on my nerves, and that's why I start moving funny.
Jasmine, you already move funny. I mean, you said yourself that you don't really talk to people, and when people call you, you will evading their calls, and which is why your mama, Jasmine, you be bothered when you want to be bothered with people, right? And but then you want everybody to stop what they're doing to talk to you and find out what you going through. That is so selfish to me. Jasmine talking in circles, right? So what's your point of Jazz Moose? Oh Lord.
They'll get over it. You can't control the way people treat you.
Yes, you can. You can control the way people treat you. That's not true. You control the bottom line is okay. You set the tone for how you want people to treat you, right? So if a person is not treating you right, then you stop dealing with them, and that's just. I mean, that's just like elementary. Okay, if somebody's not treating you right, then you stop dealing with them. I don't know how hard that is for people not to comprehend. So if a person is like basically F you, you stupid, I don't like you, and they mistreating you, you don't keep going in and getting mistreated. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're a parent. I don't care if they're a child's father. If you have a child by somebody and they treating you disrespectfully, and stop dealing with them. And stop dealing with them. There's parenting apps. You know, you can always go to court and take them to court and just be like, look, you can tell judge, hey judge, it's really hard and difficult to deal with them. This person is abusive toward me, and I don't like their energy. This is what I'm doing. I'm washing dishes and I'm putting soap on the dishes. You're supposed to put soap on the dishes. You gotta rinse them off really good, okay? That's how you wash dishes for some for some people that don't know that. They just sit in their kitchen. I do that. I need to do some organizing today in my house. My house is not junky. I just need to organize it. I need to organize some things. I gotta organize the refrigerator because I have to do that every grocery time when you get groceries. Okay. All right. Now, Jasmine, you can control the way people treat you. You know what I mean? And say, Judge, hey, my child's father is very elusive to me, and I would rather go through a parenting app to deal with him. Could we have a mediator? You know what I mean? He says these kinds of words to me. I don't want to stop him from seeing his child because he's good to the child, but he's not good to me. He's not good for my mental. Okay? So you can get an app and deal with it. Yes, he has to pay child support, whatever. I don't want him to just give me cash to pay child support. I want him to actually do what he's supposed to do. I want to have our visitation on paper. So if y'all agree upon what visitation is. I mean, just really that simple. You can control how people treat you. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with nobody talking to you crazy. I'm not gonna deal with nobody that have parent children with or whatever the case is, or if it's family or whoever. I'm just not gonna talk to them. I mean, that's just how it is. That's just the way of the world. You can play these games with people if you want to. You can keep on allowing them to talk to you crazy, to be mean to you. But I don't really think that's what it is, Jasmine. I think a lot of times you talk to other people crazy because you want what you want. If they don't do what you want, then you threaten them. That's what I think. That's my opinion. hmm I don't know what I'm gonna make for lunch today. I don't know. I figure it out. Well, I got choices. Okay. When you got choices, you can do that. Okay.
They are monitoring school Wednesday, January. Posted. Wait, what?
Oh,
It's monitoring weather. It's posted by Georgetown.
I told you she acting like she kills me with that. When she getting letters from school, she act like that they really contacted her to say, "Oh, Jasmine, your child's doing good," or "Jasmine, you have to," or she got to teach on speed dial or anything like that. She don't never talk about that kind of stuff. We would rather hear about how good Aiden is doing in school, like not bad, but the good thing about what Aiden doing in school, like is he getting along? Is his speech coming along? Is he reading and writing? And you know what I mean? Aiden know how to write his name, y'all. Or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You want to hear about that? Remember when she just found she didn't know that Amaya knew how to write her name? Like, girl, why do you not know that? That's how I know you don't work with these children academically. Hello, but you don't want to have that conversation. Hold on, let me let her talk. I'm watching. I had to wash my little coffee cup. One of them. I'm bad. I thought I was done. I thought, I thought I was done.
So are they starting? Wait, what's today? Oh, that was posted today.
Jasmine, you have bigger fish to fry. Like I get that the children are gonna have scheduled days because every all around the country, people are expecting some unique weather. So all the schools are just kind of trying to make steps in case of blah blah blah, right? In case of whatever may happen. So that's what people are doing right now. So you worried about, what somebody said about your little feelings, girl. You still thinking about that? You still on that? That's the least of that would be the least of my worries about none of these crumb bums that you deal with, Jasmine. Let's just keep it all the way trail, okay?
Oh, let's see, it's at the bottom. That was earlier.
Are you passionate about improving the
Are you passionate about changing your life? Are you passionate about trying to make some changes? Or do you want to just sit around and complain and whine and try to dig up dirt on other people because you're miserable with your life? Would you like to do something different with yourself? Would you like to give to the homeless? Would you like to do something outside of yourself? Would you like to get out your house and not be afraid of looking over your shoulders and being able to go to McDonald's without messing up their place, without your son playing in the trash can? I'm just asking, are you able to do that? Can you can you not are you in the projects and worried about roaches getting onto you? Are you worried about getting bugs in your hair? Are you worried about I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. Let's move on, move on.
Everybody else wants to. Yeah.
Are you worried about being proactive? Are you wondering why you always sick and coughing and sneezing? Why is your immune system so low? You know, it is it because sometimes when you take narcotic, it can make your immune system low too. When you take a lot of narcotics and stuff, and when you drink or when you smoking, and when you're doing stuff like that, then it can definitely lower your immune system. Did you know that? Did you know cigarettes lower your immune system as well? I'm just saying. Just saying, maybe that's why you stay sick all the time. You know what I mean? Maybe because your child's not around a lot of people. So how are y'all all sick? Do you take your children to the doctor? Let's discuss that. Not just emergency, but an actual doctor. Does your children have a pediatrician? I'm just asking. Does your children go to the eye doctor? My son was going to the eye doctor at like 3 and 4. Right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you never I'm just asking a question, just asking key questions. You know, so nobody takes their children to the eye doctor no more. Is that a thing that people don't do anymore? Does everyone just kind of go, oh well, they'll be okay? You know what I mean? So do you just go, oh well, I just wait till they 20 to go take them to the eye doctor to go to the doctor. So nobody takes their children to the doctor no more, y'all. I'm just asking a key question. You know, so you don't want to find out why your children got an immune system, why your children's immune system is compromised, or why yours is compromised, why you're doing a lot of coughing and hacking, or whatever. And sometimes people get sick. That's normal, right? Sometimes people can get sick. That's not a bad thing. That's not a disrespect to me saying. But what's bad is if they stay sick for months. Can you ask yourself why your child's still sick after, you know, and you're not going to the pediatrician and taking them and going off on a doctor like, what's wrong with my kid? None of that. Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, I guess that's none of my business. Huh? But yeah, why it's talked about on the internet? Let's talk about it though. How come we don't talk about that? That's what I want to know. How come we don't talk about that? How come we don't talk about children being sick for 5 months? How come we don't talk about that? How come every time we see you, maybe because you let them play in the trash can. I don't know. Maybe because you allow them to be around a lot of germs. Also what can make a child be sick too is if bugs, roaches, stuff like that. Not giving them baths on a regular, they could get sick too. Doing that, wearing the same old clothes, they can get sick on that. But y'all want to talk about that though? Oh, okay. Do you hear my son hacking and coughing? Now he might have coughed one time because he was in that hot room. That room get hot, and sometimes I have to come down here and cut the air conditioner on and let the house out because this house does get hot, especially when I'm washing clothes. And it's on the heat we give, and the heat is hot. It's hotter upstairs than it is downstairs. I mean, I don't know if you ever had a condo, but that's kind of what happens. Not just a garden apartment, right? But let's continue. But you have generational wealth, though, right? Okay.
Yeah, I still play.
If you have generational wealth, why you broke and poor? Why you living in low income? I'm just asking key questions. Okay. Just asking key questions.
But spring doesn't start until like what, March? Bring low vibration down. I agree, but it'd be hard sometimes.
Looking at a low vibrational
Happy New Year's.
but you're a low vibrational person, so this is what happens, bringing down the low vibrations. But you're a low vibrational person. When you're a low vibrational person, this is how stuff goes, right? If you constantly talk about nothing, you're constantly not doing anything. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Jasmine, 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 Jasmine. Okay, Jasmine, get your vibrations up, girl. Get them vibrations up, girl. I had to throw my little sound therapy real quick. Good lord. She dumped them Davis kids on field right to get Chris to come back, and CPS ordered her not to have him anywhere near them kids or Stanker. Oh, mm, mm. Whoa, say cheese. Jasmine is an evil, greedy, and selfish, especially to the Davis kids. Right, the way she cursed out Aiden is unacceptable, girl. Paulette agree with you. Uh, but if she had some business, she wouldn't even care. Exactly. I'll be back to get my new stove delivered. I'll be back. Just gotta get my new stove delivered. Okay, congratulations on the new stove. Sounds like a respectable young kid. Bless his heart. Exactly. I don't take off my waist beads. I wear my waist beads on and off. Melody. I don't know. Sometimes I just, I get. I take my I take my necklace to yesterday was probably the first day I took off. Well, the other day was the first day I took off my crystal necklace. I don't always wear my crystal necklace. I don't know. Probably gonna take it out today so I can get some I got crystals all around my house though, just like my euphoria. Okay, Jasmine, let's get that going.
I don't know, y'all. It'd be hard dealing with certain things, and y'all know, y'all know. I be trying to do things
You said your auntie used to live in the projects before moving to the south, right? To the house. For moving south to a house, right? And your people kept the windows open, right? Melting the snow, girl. I remember the snow melting. Yes, that's a southern thing. Yeah,
differently with certain situations and people, and
Jasmine. I just think I don't like it when people do that, girl. If you're gonna say it, say it. If not, just say. I'm not saying don't tell us your business. I don't think you should tell us your business, but you still telling us your business for crying out loud. Talk about what you feel comfortable with talking about. If not, get off of here. We don't want to hear all that, Jasmine. I thought you said you had, but then I don't want to do it. But then Jasmine too, them you got to upgrade that You're gonna have to upgrade that going into 2025. That all those videos, please don't show us no more food hauls, because you get a lot of processed foods. It's not like you trying new vegetables. She's like, hey, I tried a new vegetable. Hey, I did something new. You don't show us none of that. I don't, you get the same old energy drinks, processed food, TV dinners. We don't want to see that. We don't.
I'm such in a bad mood now. I'm not even gonna lie.
And you come live if you're in a bad mood. If you're in a bad mood, be in a bad mood, but don't come live. Nobody want to be around no disgruntled employee.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of in a bad mood.
No kidding.
Thank you. You're welcome. Happy New Year's. Thank you. I keep losing my voice because I'm trying to cough.
Go get that fixed. Go get that fixed.
And becoming who we are taking time. What else is new? Turn some good music on. Baby, I don't know. I just want to. I'm forcing myself not to go in my room. That's why I got on live. I was like, look, get on live. I won't go in my room and go lay down because I'm about to go lay down. When I get down, I'm not gonna say down. I'm not gonna say I'm sad. When I get frustrated and irritated and fed up, then I just be like, I'm going in my fucking room and lay down. Fuck this shit. Like that's what I be on. I be on that. I be like, F this. I'm going to my room.
That's the problem. You evade your problems and you don't deal with them. That's the problem with a lot of y'all mommies on here. Y'all evade your problems. Y'all don't want to deal with it. Y'all just sweep it up under the rug.
Oh, let me see. Why is my phone doing that? How? You look.
Does it feel like you're getting
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go on live. I'm gonna start helping my son with his class, with his I'm gonna start. I gotta do some little teaching. He doesn't have like his class schedule has changed again for the beginning of the semester. So I want to go ahead and spend some time with him as well as talk and play with him a little bit. He got these little men. We're gonna play a little men, and I'm gonna do a little teaching in between time. So I definitely do appreciate y'all going live with me because she's not gonna talk about nothing. She's just gonna keep on woe with me, and people take my kindness for good news, for weakness, or people always coming against me. It's the same old mundane stuff. She's not gonna tell us nothing new, and I'm not expecting her to tell her business. I would advise her not to. But it's gonna be the same old, right? Every time Chrissy girl is sick, she claims to be sick, right? And still stalking her side chick. Oh, still, who what? Oh, ooh, Paulette. Yeah, have a good day, everybody. All right, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all have a blessed day. I really do look forward to seeing each and every one of you. I don't know if I'm gonna go live later or not. I might go live later. I'm sure. I have to figure out if I'm gonna do that today. But y'all see me in some chats. So I do appreciate y'all. If I do go live again, I think I want to talk about something else. I have some new mommies on a spectrum. I'm gonna watch this one on the rostrum. I'm gonna want to watch this one lady that Donna had me to watch. I'm gonna go back and look at some of her old videos. I mean Darla, not Donna. That Darla had me to watch. And so we're gonna look at this one lady. So I can't wait for us to look at that. We're gonna look at her cooking. We're gonna do some reactions on that. I kind of want to go around. Can we move around, y'all? I don't just want to talk about Jasmine. I just talked about her this morning because you know I really didn't know what else I was going to talk about her. I really didn't have a plan. I just kind of winged it. But later on, we're going to react to some of these other mommies that's doing some things, or maybe they in a temporary stop in their life and they're getting ready to try to improve. Like I want to talk about Love by Erica. and different people like that. So if I do go back live, we will be talking about them. But I want to go ahead and get my son homework done because today is his game day. And by him being the game day today, Friday, he want to get he gonna want his teaching and stuff out the way that I'm gonna teach him, so I don't have to do it later on in the evening, and he can have fun. Okay. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much.